Welcome back to Inside Boxing's Throwdown. I'm Aurelio Martinez, Stephen Johnson, and I'll tell you on this episode we're going to talk about what happens now to the new middleweight champion of the world, the WBC middleweight champion of the world, Canelo Alvarez.
Well, wait a minute, really. Before you do that, let me just interject here, because I know if I don't do it now, folks, we'll forget. And I just want to mention these upcoming fights we have this Thanksgiving week. Is that okay?
That's good.
All right.
We want to talk about upcoming fights,
Okay,
so let's get that. Let's get that
this,
out of the way.
on Thanksgiving Eve, we have, which is going to be a fight on Premier Boxing Champions on ESPN. We'll have Ares Lara versus Jan Javic, 12 rounds for Lara's WBA junior middleweight title. That's going to be in Hialeah, Florida. Okay. Let's move to Saturday, which Saturday is going to be excellent. I imagine you guys can stay in all day because first going to start off on Premier Boxing Channel on NBC. We'll have in Dallas, Texas, we'll have Jamar Charlo versus Wilkie Camford for Charlo's IBF junior middleweight title. But on the undercard, you're going to have Errol Spence and Erickson Lubin are both two up-and-coming guys that you want to follow. You go to later on in the afternoon on Showtime, we'll have in Quebec City. We'll have James DeGale versus Lucien Butte for DeGale's IBF super middleweight title. Then in Dusseldorf, Germany on HBO, we have Vladimir Klitschko and Tyson Fury. 12 rounds for Klitschko's WBA, WBO, IBF heavyweight titles. Saturday's going to be an awesome day of boxing. I'm not going anywhere next Saturday.
So we're going to have boxing before our turkey?
No.
And after our turkey?
After our turkey. Yes, sir. It's going to be a great week of boxing. Now, let's get back to what we were. I know you're chomping at the bit to talk about it.
Well, I am, but there you go. A lot of good boxing coming up.
Good boxing
this week.
Yes.
So I think I know I'll be watching a lot of boxing and enjoying boxing more than anything. Enjoying it.
These are all good bouts coming up this week.
But anyhow, yeah, Steve, let's talk about what now.
Okay.
What now? Okay, we know the controversy. We can talk about the whole fiasco that happened with WBC stripping Miguel Cotto for this fight, of course. Yes. So he was never in the picture, even if he won, to retain his belt. Okay, so naturally, Canelo won. He becomes the WBC middleweight champion. He's the WBC middleweight champion. Now you got Triple G that stepped aside. I don't know if he ever got his money, but he supposedly took his $8 million step aside money.
No, 800,000.
8
million. Yeah, I'll step
aside. $1 million. This game gets to a point, but okay, 800,000 to step aside
plus the 300,000 sanctioning fee, brought it to 1.1 million, and that's why Miguel Cotto said, "I'm not paying none of that."
Yeah, you can't blame him. But anyhow, irregardless, Triple G stepped aside to let this fight happen.
Exactly.
Okay? It happened. We got a middleweight champion in Saul Alvarez. Okay, so being that Triple G is the mandatory for WBC, what's WBC going to do now? Because obviously, it's no secret, Canelo Alvarez already came out and said he's not fighting Triple G at 160, which of course is the middleweight championship weight.
Exactly.
Okay, so he's already said that he's not going to fight him. So what, is the WBC going to strip him, or are they going to somehow find a way for Canelo to defend against other middleweights at 155 pounds?
They'll do what they've always done. They've always done it. See, here's the thing. When Oscar De La Hoya made the move where he said, he actually called Miguel Cotto unprofessional for not, saying that he was going to pay this. This all aligns with the WBC. Now, this is my opinion, okay?
Yeah.
This aligns with the WBC, what they've always done. Like they did it with Floyd Mayweather before. They will allow Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo Alvarez to do what they want to do because they've already established that they will pay the sanctioning fees. And after all, we all know this. All you fans know it. This thing now with all the sanctioning bodies is about who will pay their sanctioning fees. Okay, Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo have made it clear. They will pay the sanctioning fees no matter what. So they will hold off this fight. I'm on record. I want to be on here now. I'm on record in writing, but saying that this fight between Canelo Alvarez and Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, will not happen in 2016. Oscar De La Hoya, after the fight, said, talking about him and Canelo, we're going to fight in May, and we're going to fight in September. we all know that Cinco de Mayo and Mexican Independence, okay? We're going to fight on those 2 dates, okay? But he did not say one of those 2 dates will be Triple G, okay?
Well,
and so that means that neither one of them will be Triple G.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking it. Triple G is the middleweight. I don't know if he's interim or whatever he is, but he's there next in line to fight for Canelo's championship, the middleweight title. So it's going to be interesting. But you talked about fees. People don't understand. This is an organization that they do nothing but sanction the bout for a title. But yet they make this enormous amount of money. Okay, in this fight here, with all the titles that on the undercard and all, they probably came out with what, $5 million in sanctioning fees.
Jesus.
I mean, it's ridiculous when you put all the see. Don't forget, it's not only the fighters' fees that they have to pay. The promoters have to pay an enormous fee. Just to give you an example, because I've done these fights before, the WBC Continental for my fighter. Okay, the W Continental, the Mundo Hispano title, the Latino title, the WBC World Youth title. And to give you an example, as a promoter for these small titles, it costs the promoter has to pay a fee of $3,000 or so just to do it, and then the fighters have to pay their fee. We have to buy the bout. We have to pay for the belt. So in a nutshell, just to do a local club fight and have one of them titles on the line, it's going to cost me as a promoter $5,000. Okay, so you take a fight of this big magnitude, they probably came out with close to $5 million when it was all said and done, just to give the people the honor to fight for that title. So I mean, big money there, and what do you do? So not straying off. Let's get back to what's going to happen. Okay, so Oscar said he won't fight till May or September.
May and September.
Cinco de Mayo and Mexican Independence Day.
Correct.
Okay, and obviously he's probably going to have control of them dates now since Mayweather's not in the picture anymore.
Exactly.
It's because Mayweather didn't care what he did on Cinco de Mayo. Mayweather was going to fight on Cinco de Mayo, and everyone was going to watch Mayweather. Okay, but that's not the case anymore. So now we have Oscar De La Hoya here. But Oscar is in a dilemma. He knows Canelo don't want to fight Triple G. Okay, that saying I'll fight Triple G at 55 pounds for the 160-pound title is just an excuse, and everyone can see past that. So there again, what do we do? You can mandate it, and eventually end up stripping him if he doesn't take the fight. So Triple G will become the champion, and we'll have to fight someone for the vacant title.
But see, in my opinion, WBC has already laid down the framework. They allowed this fight to be at the catch weight of 155. Okay, so now all Triple G can do, and let me back up. This was one of the reasons why over the weekend I really did want to see Miguel Cotto pull off the upset, because I wanted to see him upset this whole WBC apple cart. Okay, because if Miguel Cotto won that fight, that
it was vacant.
The title is vacant,
yeah.
And then
Triple G can fight whoever he wants.
Well, then Canelo and Oscar De La Hoya, like you said, they're in a dilemma because they have no bargaining power.
No.
Because then it's like 160.
Then Triple G has control.
Triple G is in control.
Well, you know what? I think he still has control, and we're winding down to this episode. So let me just give you my predictions.
Okay,
my predictions. Okay, Triple G 160. Okay, Triple G fights at 160. He's dominant at the middleweight. Okay, my prediction is he's going to say, okay, let's do this at 55. Let me take care of Canelo, and then we'll go back up to where we're supposed to be. Okay, so we're talking 55. Okay, so I think he will go ahead and say, I can cut 5 pounds. And I'm sure he can. I'm sure he can. What's Canelo's excuse going to be?
Man, if they come up with some excuse, then they're exposed.
He's not going to fight Triple G. He don't want to fight Triple G.
I don't think he does either.
I don't care if it's 55, 56, 54, 53. I don't care. He does not want to fight Triple G. And I'm just anxious to see. My prediction is Triple G is going to say, okay, this fight, let's do it at 55. Let me go on and take care of business, and then we'll go up and we'll fight the real middleweights.
So you think that would happen in May or in September?
Whatever the time frame is, because under the WBC rules, you have to
Within a
defend.
year.
You have to defend that time. I think what is a year.
Yeah, so within 1 year.
So we're probably thinking
September.
September, because they'll find a way. Oscar and Canelo will find a way to elude May.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would think so.
But in the meantime, what does Triple G do? He's gonna have to fight. You can't have him stay inactive.
Well, yeah, he'll fight somebody, and he'll fight somebody like Canelo, somebody that like you said, will just keep him active.
But anyway,
like we said, at the end of this, we're at the end of this episode, and I think you guys saw that things got good and heated like we knew it was going to get. And I really like this episode today all around, because we had two opposite ends of the spectrum as to how the outcome of the fight was. Aurelio thought Miguel Cotto won. I thought Saul Canelo Alvarez won. You out there, it's split amongst you too. As to who won this fight.
And no matter how you look at it, it was no robbery. It was a close, clean fight, regardless of who you think.
I had the fight 115 to 113, and if the fight they would have said it was 115-113 in favor of Canelo, I don't think anyone would have really argued about it. And it's these scores when they have these absurd, abhorrent, ridiculous scores. That's what gets people irate about this whole thing. But having said that, we'll be back next week. Once again, thank you for all of your emails that you send, positive or negative. The negative ones I throw away. I don't care about the negative ones.
I love
I'll let him read the negative ones.
Because fans are fans. Fans are fans.
Short for fanatics.
God bless you guys.
But seriously, thank you guys for sending them all, and we appreciate it. And we will be back next week, and we'll talk about these, like I said, excellent Turkey Day post and pre fights that we have coming up. I'm excited about those. We'll be watching them. And in the meantime...
And to all my fighters out there, okay? All my fighters, go ahead and divulge. Eat Thanksgiving, get happy. But I also know next week when you get to the gym...
It's on.
It's double work.
That's right.
Okay. All right, baby. Well, listen, we'll see y'all next week. Until then...
Hey, keep them hands up, baby.